You would absolutely shoot one of my family members.
No, I think the kobolds would kill him.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't kill him on purpose.
Yeah, no.
No,
I didn't say
I'm
you did on
I'm a
purpose.
nice cat.
You know what it reminded me of? Have you guys ever seen the movie 13 Ghosts?
Yes.
Where the little kid has the arrow coming through his head?
Mm.
Basically what happened.
Alright, and how do I get it back off of that?
It's the final countdown.
Why
Go,
that's freaking
dude,
somebody
go.
else's head.
What the hell? Oh, I see.
What is this fucking thing again? A dragonkin? And it was like bluish, right? It was like a bluish dragonkin.
A half dragon.
Oh, he said you kept saying dragonkin at the beginning. I think that's what I put.
Yeah.
In the
Oh, did I say dragonkin?
Yeah, that's what I put in the notes at least.
Okay. Well, welcome back, everybody, to session 7 of Tyranny of Dragons with the Thieves of Worcestershire. I am Glenn, the GM, and I will be playing for Bardley since he is out today. I fucking knew it. But
It's not
is it
me.
not already?
Oh, yeah. No, I fucked this one up.
You can go now, though.
Professor W. Longfield.
Oh, God.
Nailed it.
You absolutely nailed it.
I'm clean.
A lot of the artificer. Ulysses Brambledew.
Vesper.
Very good. So, going right into it, we're going to recap what happened last time during session 6. Let's see. We think we have a plan, but Glenn definitely hints that like we're fucking it up. Okay? Mm-hmm. We're probably fucking up. Oh, well. Bardley reveals to the party that he's a changeling. He shape changes into the cultist that you killed earlier. And you guys all hide in the trees while Bardley goes to talk to the kobolds and cultists. Your mission was to capture a cultist to get more information for the city of Greenest. Bardley actually does convince them to move towards you guys. The cultists ask Bardley why he doesn't just speak in Draconic. I think the jig is up, somebody put. But it actually worked out wonderfully. This plan looked like it was going to go off the rails, but you guys finally were able to convince the kobold and the cultist to make their way down to the inn. Bardley was able to convince the cultist after it seemed like he was hitting on him. You figure out. Yeah, it didn't sound like he was hitting on him. You figured out the first part of the plan, but not what to do after Bardley lured them away. So you guys didn't discuss what to do when he did get them alone. Clip shoots and kills a kobold as they walk into the inn, thus starting combat. You guys are all blindly shooting into the inn, and Ulysses does happen to hit Bardley, whether that be actual revenge or mistaken revenge for hitting on Ulysses' mom, we don't know. While you guys are killing kobolds that are running out, guards come out of the tunnel carrying sacks, and Ulysses is able to spot them right away. During the fight, Bardley is able to get the cultist to heal him during the fight after getting hit. Let's see. Inside the sacks, you guys are pretty sure that's Ulysses' family, and later that is confirmed as you guys make it back with the cultist. You're able to use Vesper and her creepiness to intimidate the guy into spilling the secrets. You learn that while not everybody is part of the grand plan with Tiamat, this guy knows enough about what they're trying to do that you guys are able to get information. He says that they need a bunch of treasure for the Horde, for the Dragon Queen. He's not too familiar with Tiamat, so he may be a relatively new cultist to the Order. You find out that there's a clutch of dragon eggs somewhere that the order is hiding. And during the early morning hours, right close to dawn, a half dragon walks up to the gate and demands a challenger to approach him in order to save the confirmed kidnapped Ulysses family. So Ulysses' dad, mom, and sister are all sitting there behind a plethora of kobold guards. Vesper volunteers to go down and take the challenge from Langdedrosa Cyanrath, which is the name of this blue half dragon that has challenged you.
Which I did not attempt to write down.
Well, that's good. Let's see. I think just about everybody gave healing potions to Vesper. So I think Vesper has like 3 or 4 healing potions on her.
5
healing potions. And at the same time, the governor was able to bring up a priest of the local goddess that they serve, and she got back a spell slot.
I thought it was 3 spell slots.
Well,
I swear you said 6.
then I must have been drunk or something. It's 1. It's definitely 1 spell slot. So that's where we are. You guys are all up on this tower. Vesper is up there, and the half dragon is waiting for her.
How many feet away is the dragon from us on the tower?
Let's go with 60 feet.
Oh no, I would have followed her down there.
It could only be the dragon said only one could come down.
Yeah,
But he didn't say
Oh,
anything
did he
about
say
us
anyone?
not shooting shit at him from the top.
Oh, you guys are.
Well,
it's your
We are
family.
surrounding your family.
Yeah, it is your
Yeah.
family, so you do what you want to.
Yeah, but I also
I can't
If
die.
you
I've
wanna
already
get-
told you. I can't. This mini away. 30.
All right. And the Langdedrosa looks at you and smirks and says, huh, they send you a tiny female?
Just staring.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's a lot scarier than she looks.
And he looks up and he says, let me be clear to those of you watching. If so much of an arrow falls, I will kill this entire family in front of you.
Mine's never.
What?
Oh, gee, okay. So Langdedrosa, let me. We're just going right for it, right? Okay.
That's what I was told to do.
And then, so what is that? A constant intelligence save?
Yeah,
All right.
DC 13 intelligent.
All right. Let me make sure he doesn't have advantage toggle on. There you go. Normal. Thank you. Oh, that's rolling right to me. I said public.
sorry.
It's still rolling to the GM. 1 second.
Gonna be doing too much stuff.
There we go. Whisper toggle. Public. Intelligence. All right, he fails and takes 6, and now roll initiative. 6. Whoop.
Why? I don't think I have control of my token.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I may not have given you control. Oh, do you know what your bubbles were at?
No. If I'm being 100%, I think I got healed back to full health.
I think
But
you did too. If
think
not,
I did.
we'll say you did.
In
Yay.
the tunnel, someone gave you a health potion.
I feel like I've just been bullying people into healing me this whole time, so it checks
There.
out.
Can you move her now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so he failed. It took what?
Us on the castle wall, we're probably far enough that we could have like a quiet conversation without him hearing us, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
Assumingly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he is focused 100% on Vesper, and so Vesper roll initiative. And whoop, wait a minute. You rolled a 13. Let me clear this order real quick, and then I'll add you back. I don't like that it doesn't just clear it when you. All right, and then.
Does anyone have any spells up here that you'd be able to cast on Vesper without him being able to tell or notice?
Well, I would throw her arrows to use, but he said no arrows can fall.
No, I'm thinking more things that he wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, well, then no. But I am going to write down this whole epic battle. It will make good story.
All right, he is going to.
Don't worry.
He's going to breathe lightning at you.
Of course he is. Okay.
All right, you save. Let's see. So you still do take half. 4, 10. So you take 13 damage.
Okay, so that's gonna knock me.
Oh.
But then we have this.
Why? Maybe I should have went.
Just saving 13. Okay, perfect. So go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw. DC 5 plus the damage taken. So you took 13, so you need an 18. And you do it. You pop back up with 1 HP. And he looks at you and goes, "What? Yeah, I saw the life leave your eyes."
All right, is that his turn?
That is his turn.
Cool. As a bonus action, we're taking a healing potion.
Okay.
So 2d4 plus 2. Oh, 0 successes.
Don't think this is going well, guys.
7. All right, and then because of the mind sliver, he's going to get a -1.
Hold on. I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're really hard to hear.
That's weird.
Now you're
Can you
back.
hear me
See that
now?
BoJack
Yeah.
Horseman
Yeah.
episode underwater?
Okay. So because of the mind sliver, he has to subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw he makes before the end of my turn.
Okay.
So I hate this. All right, we're gonna sprint up right to his fucking face.
Oh man.
Yep. And we are. Actually, that's a lie. We're not. We're going backwards. We're doing it again. We're mind
Okay.
slivering again.
Perfect. All right. So he's got to make an intelligence save and subtract 1, you said?
It's a D4.
Subtract the D4. All right. So this is definitely going to hit then.
Cool. So then the negative D4 is going to happen again on my next turn. Like,
I gotcha.
yeah.
All right. So he is going to run up to you. Before he does anything, though, his breath weapon does get a chance to recharge. It does not recharge. So he is just going to try and stab you with his spear.
Okay. We are going to use that one spell slot I was given.
Okay. Oh, okay. So he has to make another attack with just to make it disadvantage.
Oh god. Oh god.
So it will be the first. It will be the first damage though. So 8.
Well, she crumples.
I'm going to
Is she down?
She's down.
All right. So
cast
sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast my illusion on the wall, make it look like I'm still standing there, and I'm gonna slink down and start going down towards the bottom of the castle.
Okay. So while you're doing that, he's going to pull his spear out of Vesper, who is at 0 HP. And then he's going to turn back to his kobolds and say, "Pathetic. Release them." And he is going to start walking away from Vesper. And the kobolds are going to open up. And the Brambledews are going to scurry towards the castle. Only Ulysses' sister is going to stop. Her name is Jocelyn, and she is going to try to pick up Vesper on her own. But she's a little hobbit, or halfling, not hobbit. Sorry, she's a little halfling, so she's having some trouble. But the half dragon is true to his word. This was about honor, and him and his kobolds are leaving.
Hey, half dragon, can I go get my friend now?
He can't hear you. He is walking off.
All right, I'll go to
I'll
Vesper.
slink out there and go grab her.
All right, well, I'll let you do it then.
All right. So you guys grab Vesper's. Not lifeless, but she does need to be stabilized. So at this point, since you are taking her into the keep and you are picking her up, I'm going to need Vesper to make a death saving roll.
Boom! Should have had a V8.
All right.
Actually,
Oh my God. So Butler pulls a V8 out of his backpack and then pours
Not
it
a sponsor.
into. Not a sponsor yet. V8, reach out. He does pull out some juice and pours it down Vesper's mouth. And Vesper, you do wake up inside of the keep, surrounded by your. I don't think you consider them friends, but definitely people you are hanging out with currently.
I don't think they consider me their friend either, so it checks out.
That does check out.
Hey, I have to emergency roll out. I got a leak from my air conditioner that's flooding my
Oh,
house.
Oh, great.
dang.
Yep.
all right.
Cool. I love fucking houses. Sorry.
Well, hope it all gets better.
Oh.
All right. Well, now taking over the role of Ulysses Brambledew is going to be me as well. So Bardley and Ulysses, damn it. All right. So that's all right. We'll go ahead and move on. At this point, you guys have gotten Vesper. Where are you taking her to in the keep? Oh wait, no, she's healed up. So Vesper, what would you like to say? I'm sorry, you're up around your friends now.
So back up at it. Thank you, Sheriff. So I see the family was released then.
As I'm helping her up, I want to slip one of those potions off of her, though.
All right, I do need a sleight of hand against Vesper's passive perception.
Yep, mine's a 13.
All right, so you are able to snake one of the healing potions out of her pocket. Do you put any?
Square.
Oh, okay. So that you consider healing her as the and then taking the healing potion as the trade, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. So yes, Vesper, you do see the family. The Jocelyn didn't leave your side, but the Brambledews, the adult Brambledews, did run into their room, scared.
Young one, what is your name?
My name's Jocelyn. I'm Ulysses' sister.
Well, that in itself is a trial all its own. But I am glad that I was able to save you from this one.
I want to thank you, and I know my parents want to thank you too, but they're cowards, and you can't really blame them. They've been farmers their whole life, but Ulysses is so lucky. He's joining you guys, and you guys are going to be adventuring, and I just wish I could go.
Do you know a way that you could have an adventure of your own?
What do you mean?
Well, I am only here because the Raven Queen has sent me on a path.
What's
Nap,
the?
nap, 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 nap. All right, you can come with us. You can stab people, but you don't need to follow any of the crazy queen.
What?
That's for damn sure.
Ask Darren.
That's
Darren will tell you everything.
I want the kid cut a whole finger off.
Who's Darren?
Darren,
Yes. He's like right there. He was watching the whole fight.
it is now your responsibility to teach Jocelyn about our queen, so that she may too journey for her.
He's going to pull the finger he kept out of his pouch and say, I have so much to show you, Jocelyn. And you can tell his inflection is starting to get creepy and monotonous as well.
Vesper, that was very brave. I wrote your whole battle down. It was one line. next time, maybe longer battle.
I will do my best.
Thank you.
All right, so Darren and Jocelyn are going to run off before Darren gives Vesper a little bow, acknowledging her as his teacher of sorts. And Ulysses, you see, is going to run off and go to the room where his family is.
No interaction with the family?
Oh my god.
My boy.
Don't do that to him.
Ulysses is going to walk in and go, Mom, Dad, are you okay? And then, oh, my boy! And he's going to run up and hug him. I'm so glad that you let that woman fight in your stead. That is a smart decision, and it really embraces the Brambledew name.
How does Bardley feel about the situation with his Ulysses' mom being back in there?
Oh my god.
Bardley, you guys could see that as Ulysses' mom and dad walked over to the room, Bardley's eyes were on Ulysses' mom's round rump. And he gives a little smirk. He'll check in on that later. And then, so as you guys come in, Escobar is going to come up and greet you guys and go, oh, thank you so much for all that you have done. I know Ulysses is probably very thankful, and he's probably going to nonstop tell you thank you later, I'm sure.
Probably.
No, what I can do with thank yous, mate. What you got for me?
Well, it seems like the raiders are leaving the town, so we have nice warm beds, hot food, and we can let
I
you...
don't sleep, I don't eat.
Oh, you're ready to go again then?
Nope, not me. I'd like to sleep.
Do you have a saucer of milk?
I'm sure we could get you some milk now that the raiders are leaving.
I would love milk and a nap.
Milk and a nap, yes, absolutely. And of course, we're going to go through the treasury and see what we have to repay you for everything that you've done. But please go get some rest. You've earned it, and we'll talk to you. Hopefully this evening will be enough time for you to rest.
Righto, dinner first, though.
But they are making breakfast right now. It is dawn.
Oh. Sure. Breakfast for dinner. Sounds great.
All right, yeah, no, go for it. The cooks will help you out with everything that you need.
They can bring me my milk over by this hay.
Or we could just have Morgan Freeman get it.
Yeah.
Hello, cooks.
Yes, sir.
One to-go breakfast, please.
Oh, righto. Here you go. We've got bacon and eggs, and here's some biscuits and gravy.
Wow.
And yeah,
This is fantastic.
do you want some flapjack, sir?
Absolutely.
And beans and toast?
Sure, why not?
What about a jacket potato?
Are you messing with me? Do you actually have all of this?
No, I have all of this. Yes, once the raiders left, our food supplies replenished. You can have all of this. Whatever your heart desires, you've certainly earned it.
Bardley, Elnoa, they have so much food.
Oh, hell yeah, I want some food. I don't know if that's how he sounds. I don't know how to do Bardley's voice.
I'm going to bed. I'm sorry. Nope, I'm not hungry.
Bacon, eggs, flapjacks. That sounds fantastic.
Here you go, sir. Thank you so much. And if you want seconds, you'll be first in line for seconds.
Fantastic. All right, well, I'll be down in the library eating this.
Oh, great.
Vesper would like to grab a plate and then hold it out to them.
And the cook's gonna look at you and you are the bravest of the brave so far I've seen. That was an epic battle with that dragon. What would you like?
She's just going to stare at them and hold up the plate slightly farther.
Oh, all right. So I'll just assume that means everything. And he's going to put a potato, flapjacks, bacon, eggs, biscuits. Your plate is going to be loaded.
Beautiful. She's going to turn around then and take her food also to Darren and Jocelyn.
All right.
So they're going to share.
And Bardley did listen to Professor Longfellow. He goes in there and gets all the fixings, and he's going to take it to his room. At this point, a cook does bring a saucer of milk to Clip outside as Morgan Freeman and his blonde-haired child look on.
Like they're just watching me drink my milk.
That's all they've been doing is just every time you come in, they just watch you. They're very fascinated that a tabaxi is in their keep.
I'm gonna eye them warily, like kind of nervous that they're gonna take my milk.
Oh my God! Nobody's trying to take your milk. All right, so Butler, what are you doing?
I'm gonna power down and go into my meditative, somewhat state in this room, looking over it, and kind of go for my long rest.
Okay, perfect. All right, is there anything anybody wants to do? I assume Professor Longfellow wants to look for more books.
I have a lot of books right now, so I'm just gonna finish reading the one that I was already reading.
Okay, perfect.
Because I certainly want to start the one that gives me, like, the one that's the prophecies, but I surely would finish the book I started first. So.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I'd hope.
I'd like to show Jocelyn how to send her memories of her fear of being captured to the Raven Queen.
Okay, how does that conversation start?
So she is going to walk up with the food, set it down in front of Darren and Jocelyn, and say, Darren, what have you taught her?
Mostly I haven't taught her anything as of yet, as I'm still learning, but I've told her what I've seen and the conversations I've had with our queen and what I did to that man in that room and the just satisfying taste of fear on his face as I cut through the bone of his finger. And
remember, Darren, and I'd like to cut him off there. We do this not for ourselves, but for our queen. If you are finding too much pleasure in the act, you might need to cease for a while.
Of course, you're right. I don't relish the fact I caused pain, but I relish the fact I was able to serve our queen. That's where my pleasure is derived.
Wonderful. Now, both of you, think of something recent, pain, fear, your own or someone else's, and think of our Raven Queen. Meditate on that memory and the idea of sending it to her.
I do want to point out, as GM, you guys are just absolutely fucking up the Brambledews. Like, as a party, you guys are just destroying this family.
I am bringing more followers to my queen.
Yes, I know. I love it. But Ulysses, I wish he didn't have to go because he's...
I am going to have to tell him later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ulysses is not going to be happy about his sister.
Yeah. or his mom trying to get with Bardley. It's just going to be him and his dad.
My boy.
My boy. Speaking of, were you wanting to do more with Darren and Jocelyn?
Nope. Once that's done, I'd like to just like give them their portions of the food. And then I would like to go back to my dark corner over in the bedroom and meditate.
Bardley's going to jump as you walk
Trance.
in because Bardley was eating and not paying attention, and you normally scare him.
Good. Yeah, we're going to trance in this corner.
Okay. El Noah, you're sleeping, is that correct?
Yes, I'm trying to get some rest in.
All right, Clip, you're drinking your milk and napping in between slurps, I imagine.
No, I drank it all first and then lay down and curled up in a little ball. And I had this Morgan Freeman looking dude and his crazy looking little kid a little bit warily, hoping they wouldn't bug me, and went to sleep.
All right, so as you're sleeping, the kid is not being supervised, and he is going to attempt to pet you.
Like I've already fallen asleep,
Yes.
and he pets me.
Mm-hmm.
I probably let it happen then. I probably jump a little bit. Like, you know how a cat will like jump whenever something happens, but like I'm already asleep, so I probably let him if he's being nice.
Oh, yeah, he's being nice. He's almost afraid, but when he touches your fur, he smiles, and he's just going to pet you.
Yeah, I'll let that go on for a minute.
Okay. And then in the room with Ulysses and his parents, which I was not planning on doing a conversation completely with myself, Ulysses is going to get talked to by his father and say, okay, now everything's good. You're going to stay here and be a farmer, right? And Ulysses is, I assume, going to say, well, no, if my friends are going out there, then I'm going to need to help them. I promise I'll stay away from danger and everything like that. And the dad's going to go, oh, no, I was so afraid of this. I heard the governor talking, and he's gonna ask you guys to do something. And Ulysses is going to say, well, I hate this so much. I don't like talking to myself. Ulysses is going to look at his dad and go, did you hear what the governor wanted us to do? And he goes, oh, no, but the governor asked for my permission to let you go. And disagreement is kind of like getting into a fight as well. So I didn't argue. So he thinks he has my blessing, but you have to tell him no. You've always been the strong one. And from there, that the conversation is happening more and more like that until they eventually go to sleep, because I'm not going to act it out by myself.
Does Ulysses sleep in the same bed with them?
Not in the same bed, no. Ulysses sleeps in his own bed.
Ooh, question. Does Jocelyn now stay with the orphans, or does she go back to her family?
She goes back to her family.
Okay.
But she normally sleeps with them, but because she has been focused on the Raven Queen, she sleeps in her own bed this night.
Aw, she's growing up.
She is growing up. All right, so does anybody want to do anything else during their long rest?
Send my memories, also of my own pain, to my queen while I'm trancing.
Rest uninterrupted.
Yeah.
About every 10 minutes, I get up and like clean my paws or something, and then go back to sleep.
Ooh, do little circles, and then go sleep.
I kind of
Make
more just
biscuits.
stretch out more.
Okay. All right, so if nobody's doing anything, you guys are sleeping inside of the keep, so it's secure, so you are able to finally complete a long rest.
Woo!
I'm gonna link this, but it's really long. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, because I don't know the artificer role too well, so.
Well, you told me how to do a rest, basically, to be able to do it.
Yeah, whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical object. I think at second level, you had that one list.
Yeah. So I can do like, what is it? this or this space. Both. I can do 2 of them. Is what it says I can do. Only 2 though. It's based
So-
on how many spell slots I have, basically.
Okay.
And I was just curious.
Okay, yeah, you can infuse more than one non-magical object at the end of a long rest, so you would be able to do 2.
Okay, that's why I was just making sure because I wanted to do my enchanted defense on mine after we come back from rest.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is the end of the long rest. So it is early evening of the next day. We'll say it's more like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So and that's the end of 8 hours. I would imagine. If it was like 6 or 7 in the morning when sun rose. So yeah, it's about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys are fully rested. You've gotten all your hit points and spell slots back.
Can I go out before this thing? I went to bed before everybody else. Could I go out and try to sneak out between them? I want to sneak out of the room that's in here for nobody to hear me.
Oh yeah,
Vesper or I are, I think, actually asleep.
Yeah, I also would have left the room already.
Because you guys only need 4 hours, right? Yeah,
and I don't actually need to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm creepy.
He's just sitting in a dark room with the glowing eyes of Butler.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and then say Vesper and Butler would actually be up and about before anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then El Noah, since you went to bed earlier than everybody else that needs 8 hours, you will get up before them.
Yeah, because I know that Clip moved over here, so I was gonna try to be kind of waiting for Clip to get up whenever Clip gets up, basically. Gonna ask Clip a question when he gets up, basically, kind of like hanging out.
Well, I can tell you at the end of 8 hours, I open my eyes and I stretch, and then I lay back down.
All right, so let's. So Vesper and Butler, what are you doing 4 hours before the rest of the party?
I actually want to go to the library and just kind of see what they have.
Okay, awesome. Professor Longfellow, do you need sleep?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I imagine you slept in the. You're like on a couch in the library?
Yeah, I probably just read until I fell asleep on the couch.
All right, so Vesper, you walk into this library. It's got tons of books, bookshelves all over the walls, and you see one professor asleep on the couch with a book in his hand.
I would like to go up to his book for him. And then, do I see any bookmarks around?
Do an investigation, just a casual glance around the room. I mean, yeah, there's bookmarks on the table in front of the couch he's sitting in.
I'd like to put a bookmark in his book for him, and then set it like next to him.
Okay.
And then I would like to look for kind of just anything that's going to give me information about this world, or so like this world, the Raven Queen, or like big bad scary stuff that I care about.
All right, so let's see. Generate. All right, so the first book that your eyes land on is something called Cooking with Pig Meat, a book that smells like bacon.
Okay.
All right, so you put that. All right. The next book your eyes fall on is a book called Around the World in 80 Dimension Doors.
Don't care. Put it back.
Primary Perceptions of the Wanti Lexicon.
I don't know what that is, so I would like to read it.
Okay, perfect. So this book is meant to teach a person a specific skill. So what this is going to do, when you finish reading it, you will, what language do Wanti speak?
And in theory, this is what I would spend my waking time doing until probably Longfellow woke up.
Honestly, combining you with anything you on tea is the worst possible scenario for the rest of us.
It also could be beneficial because I just found out the Wanti actually speak Draconic. So it's a different dialect of Draconic, I guess. They use all of the Draconic alphabet, and this is a lexicon, so it's going to help you learn the Wanti language.
Okay. Wanti. So, would you say I could read it in 4 hours, or it would need multiple read-throughs?
You're going to need multiple read-throughs. So let's, and if somebody will make a note of this in the notes, we'll say.
I also am going to put it in my treasure thing in my bio.
Okay, perfect. I want this part in the notes. Let's say it's going to take you three times reading it to become a basic language user of Draconic. 5 times intermediate, and let's go with 10 times expert. And you can only read it once during a long rest.
Okay.
Oh, you can only say the last part again.
You can only read it once during a long rest.
Like until your next long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. It takes 10 whole days to learn the language. That's so
To become an expert in the language.
Wow.
To be able to have vigorous debates with Wanti, you need at least 10 days.
Yeah, and so this is like the Wanti version of Draconic?
Yes.
Okay.
The Wanti dialect. You're gonna.
So I'm gonna have an accent.
Yeah. You're gonna have an accent.
Ooh, because the Wanti are the snake people, right?
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit hissier, and so it's gonna be like it's gonna be Mushu. What is like dragon? I'll do that tongue thing.
Yeah.
That's how the Draconic people are gonna talk to me.
Yes. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Perfect. So yeah, that's going in the bag then.
Okay, and so do you? And I will say, since your long rests are 4 hours, you can use the 4 hours until everybody wakes up to mark off 1 tick. If you spend this time reading,
I would, and I will mark off 1. Thank you, sir.
Alrighty.
She knows how to say, my name is Vesper.
She knows how to say dragon.
Apple, red, man, woman.
Hey, that's like at least level 3 on Duolingo, all right? We're getting too advanced there.
That is way too advanced. All right, so Butler, Vesper took off at about the same time you did, and she went down to the library. What are you doing?
I'm going to go see if I can trade for a teapot.
All right, so you can tell that the kitchens are busy preparing for dinner that night.
All right. The moment I can find a teapot somebody is not looking for, I'm going to go ahead and trade it for this flute that I have.
So when you say trade it, do you mean you're just taking the teapot and leaving the flute?
Yeah, it's my favorite flute, though.
Okay. So are you trying to get anybody's attention, or are you just trying to do this quickly?
No, this is a 6'7" robot that's trying to be nonchalant.
So you can see that as you walk into the kitchens, the cooks do stop what they're doing and look up. One of them asks you, "Excuse me, sir. Were you requiring tea? Is it you like tea?"
Oh, yeah. You just point me towards your best teapots, and then you guys worry about that black mold you have up in there in the ceiling.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see that before. Oh my, the cleanliness of this.
Real nasty stuff.
Yeah,
Nasty stuff.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry you had to see that. Okay, well, let me get to work. And all of the cooks are going to walk into the back of the kitchen to get cleaning supplies. Do an investigation to see if you see which one is the best, or if you can even spot the best teapot. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh,
Bless you.
thank you. So you do see there's quite a few teapots actually, but yeah, none of them stand out. They're all basic metal teapots.
I'm gonna trade one.
All right. You do this so quickly that even if a cook was watching you do it, they would have sworn that the flute was there the whole time. And now you have...
Yeah, that mold. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. And I'll just release. I don't even think it's concentration. They'll probably look at it and be able to tell.
Oh, yeah. As soon as they touch it, they'll be able to tell that it's not really there. Actually, I think I have a commoner stat. Let's see if... So you see the cooks come back out carrying a ladder and a scrub brush. What? Not add to turn. What am I doing? Commoner stats. So they are going to do an intelligence check, and they need to beat a 13. I clicked intelligence. What are you doing? There we go. Okay, they got a 16. It rolled to GM, but they got a 16. So he goes to scrub it, and he goes, "Wait a minute. Well, that's..." And then the illusion disappears, and he goes, "Well, that was the easiest mold I've ever gotten rid of."
I'm already walking out.
Okay. They're going to be scratching their heads, and then they go to get back work in the kitchens. Is that all you wanted to do during the 4 hours before the rest of the party awakens?
I'll just kind of walk around seeing if I can spot anything that might be worth making a trade for.
Okay, so in the whole keep or just in the kitchens? Where at?
Just in the keep here where I can walk around.
Okay, so you see walking around, let's see, you're up by the kitchens here. All right, so there are people that nobody have talked to over here. There's a farmer down here.
Hey, I was petted by one of them.
You were petted, but you didn't say anything to them.
I was tired.
I'll go talk to these guys.
Hello.
Hey, mates, you want some tea?
Tea, did you say? I could go for some tea.
I'll pour out the teapot and start making us some tea.
That's mighty
Bring
nice
y'all
of
to the keep.
you. Well, you know, raiders attacking, killing, plundering. Yeah.
I know how it is.
Barely escaped with my boy here. Morgan Jr., why don't you come say hi?
Well, hello there, kid.
Hey! You're the robot that's been helping everybody, aren't you?
Yeah, you seen a dog? He's about this big.
He's going to look up and he goes, I did, but nobody believed me.
All right. So he was here. What did he say?
Well, he didn't say anything. He just ran past me, and I thought he was shining.
Yeah, you must have not got a good look at him. Your eyes didn't burn out of their sockets, so that's good. I'm doing this like finger thing.
Yeah, no, it was almost like a blur, but I could have swore it was a dog. And then my dad said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Junior." Oh, I never know what I'm talking about in his eyes. And you can see his father look down at him and kind of roll his eyes. He didn't see no dog.
Dad's right, no.
Whoa, sir. Why did you say that?
It's okay. It's kid talk. You know how they are.
Oh, yes, certainly. But what kind of tea is that? It smells delicious.
Yeah, I honestly, mate, it is just the sweetest tea I've ever had. I'll pour theirs in regular cups, and then I pour mine in my small plate cup.
Okay, perfect. And they're going to take their drinks. And is it good to them?
It is extremely bitter because, again, my tea is sweet and nobody else's is, so I don't add anything to it.
Okay. oh, thank you so much. This is this is good.
Yeah. You guys, here's my cat friend over there. He's very, very stealthy.
Yeah, he let me pet him.
We come from the same place.
Whoa. You come from the Tabaxi lands?
We are Tabaxi, yes. We are
All right, so I definitely would wake up at that. I've been like half listening this whole time anyway, because this conversation is literally happening right next to me.
right
gonna-
next.
Yeah. You do hear Butler say, "I am Tabaxi."
I'm gonna just wake up and like yawn real big and say, "Robot, you are not the backseat.
Tabaxi.
No, you are not. Stop saying it. You are not the
We are
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
Do
And I
not
just start walking
believe
away.
the robot. He doesn't know."
So the Butler walks away after saying "Vivian Tabaxi" and leaves you with Morgan and Morgan Jr.
Ugh. I'm gonna just like look at the kid again, warily, and lay back down. I'm gonna finish out my rest because I assume this hasn't been 8 hours yet.
It has not.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my rest.
Is El Noah gonna jump in right there if Clip's awake?
No,
Yes.
I'm waiting until I have to do 8 hours. So I would not be there at that time if I needed. I would be in here still because like I have to do an 8 hour. It's only been 4.
Oh, okay, that's
Oh,
right.
I needed 6, so I would have only been up for the last 2 of that.
Okay, well
Oh,
either
okay.
way, then
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I
then
would
we'll-
still be in here.
We'll say talking in the kitchens and talking to the people and making tea. It's been about an hour. Is there anything else you want to do, Butler?
Kind of just sit around and probably pick up and tidy around as waiting on people.
Like
Okay.
you're cleaning the keep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We only got one friend.
Yeah. All right. So El Noah, it has been 8 hours, so you will be able to get up first.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna try to get over here. As I said, I'm waiting for Clip to wake up. Basically, I'm just kind of lingering over here, like just waiting to see if whenever he gets up, I'm like just kind of doing like almost like a drug dealer, kind of like going because I'm gonna wait and ask, just basically waiting for him to get up, basically.
So
Alright.
when Clip wakes up, he like stretches really big and then like continues to lay down.
Clip, are you awake?
Yes.
I have you want me to look at your bow, right? I can help it do more damage and be a little bit more accurate.
How would you do that?
I have an ability that can help me make you do that.
Which bow? Because the robot gave me another.
Whichever one you use more.
What
I
if
don't
you
need
break
trade.
it?
I'm not gonna break it. I promise. I'm a tinker. I tink everything. Like I fix things.
But
Did
if
you not see me fix the door?
no, I was not watching. No,
But I mean,
at that time, Vesper was still creeping me out.
she creeps me a lot too. So I just.
I was too busy
But I feel-
watching what she does.
But I promise you, I won't break it. I can make. I have one. If I break it, you can have mine.
Okay, but mine was gifted to me by my parents before I left the backseat land. So if
that's
you
fine.
break it, I cannot get another tabaxi bow.
All I'm going to do is literally just touch it.
You just want to touch my bow.
Yeah, just one
You
little.
want to touch my wood.
Yes.
Okay. So I will like hand over my short bow.
And that's when I'll touch it and do the. Gotta find it. Sorry. Enhanced weapons, where it gives you a +1 and a +1 to damage.
So +1 bonus to attack and damage. Ooh.
Because all I need.
So does it look any like more powerful or?
So,
Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say this is an infusion. So while El Noah is doing this, you can actually see that she's weaving magic into the bow.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be really nervous about that.
Next time you use it, you'll see. You'll see. If you don't like it, I can take it off.
So
Really?
because it's infused, you do get +1 to the attack and damage. So you will need to update your stats.
Okay, does it feel any different when I like hold it, like when I take it back?
Yeah, it feels more comfortable in your grip since you've only used this bow for approximately 1 day. It actually feels like you're starting to know it a little bit better, and the magic that's been infused into it actually makes you feel like you've been shooting it for years.
So how do you think about my improvements? I didn't really do too much.
It feels better. It's warm too. Did you warm it up?
Yes, because I don't want you to have cold hands when you with that bow. You string and everything. You might hurt your fingers. I don't want that. So I'll try to keep it nice and warm for you.
To be fair, I have paws, not hands. Thank you, Pink Lady. What is actually your name?
El Noah.
El Noah.
Yes.
El Noah. Okay, I will try El Noah.
And then I also want to do my enhanced defense on my armor that I have on me.
All right, perfect. So, Clip, you do see that she starts touching herself, I guess,
Yeah,
all over to infuse her armor with magic.
Himself.
Yeah.
Herself.
El Noah's a girl.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Clip. My bad.
No.
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 Yeah, the two that are playing opposite genders, we're having a conversation, but Glenn had it right. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna say, okay, I believe you do it, and I want to walk over to the kitchens.
All right. So, Elnoa, you are left there touching your armor, infusing it with magic as Clip wanders off to the kitchens. And the cooks immediately notice you and say, "Oh, another great adventurer. How are you today, sir?"
I am good. I am good, thank you. What is your name?
Cookie.
Cookie the cook.
Yeah, it's a nickname. My name is actually Brad, but that Brad the cook doesn't sound as good as Cookie is the cook.
Cook. I don't know. Cookie the cook is a little repetitive.
What can I do for you?
Oh, yes. I have heard you have food here, and I haven't had the rat sickle for 8 hours, 9 hours.
What did you just say?
The rat sickle. They froze the rats in the tunnel and I ate them. But I need other food. Do you have anything?
Yeah, we've got, we have some bread available right now. We're still in the middle of cooking dinner. So, we do have some bread, some bits of beef that we haven't cooked up yet. Do you like raw beef? I'm not quite sure what you people, not you people, but you guys.
Tabaxi. I am Tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes. And my name is Clip. Believe it or not, it is not Tabaxi, the Tabaxi. I know that is obviously how you choose nicknames. My name is Clip, is nickname for Quiet Eclipse.
Okay, so do I call you Quiet Eclipse or do I call you...
No. If you go by your nickname, I go by mine, Clip.
Very good, Clip. Would you like some of this raw beef?
Yeah, raw beef sounds good. Thank you.
He's going to put it on a little saucer and hand you just like a quarter pound patty of ground beef.
Ugh.
So I want to sit down and eat it, but I also want to look around the table for anything that might be valuable or interesting.
Go ahead and let me see. Let me just... You see a dried flower sitting on a table. There's a stone on the floor that looks like it's from a river. There's some lead coins sitting on the hearth near the fireplace. Some bones with bite marks are also on the floor. It looks like maybe somebody's dog was chewing on some bones. And there's also a pile of coal near the fireplace as well.
Yeah, I want to take that dried flour and put it in my bag and say, this may have an interesting story. Why is there flour in the kitchen?
Do you say that to yourself, or are you like?
Yeah, I'm like saying it to myself.
Okay.
I don't say it to the cook.
All right. And with Ulysses back, we'll start Ulysses's afternoon. So you guys all rested for the night. You did not sleep in the same bed as your parents. I wasn't sure if Ulysses would have done that after getting them back or not.
Absolutely not.
But you do wake up and notice that your sister is not in the same bed as your parents, which she normally is.
Where is my sister?
She was. She's still in bed. She's in the bed next to you. Not in your bed next to you, but in the bed that is next to you.
Well, that's odd. I don't know what else I would actually say.
Okay. So, but you are finished resting. Your family is still sleeping. What is there anything you would like to do?
Like a full 8 hours?
Yes, you guys slept for a full 8 hours.
Oh my God.
You got you got a full long rest. So you got your spell slots back and your HP back.
And just in case we're going off exhaustion rules, because I feel like we probably are, I feel like Ulysses would have eaten also. Like, he also would have gotten din-dins.
Yeah, I think so too. When you guys came back, it was, or when you went back down to the floor level of the keep, it was dawn and they were serving breakfast. So you guys all would have, if you would eat, you would have eaten breakfast. Vesper loaded her plate about a mile high. Clip had a saucer of milk.
I also fed 2 other people.
You did also feed 2 other people.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if everybody is still asleep, I'm probably just going to walk out of the room and join everybody else, because I am so happy that they're alive, but I don't really want to hang out with them.
All right. So Bardley is, we'll say Bardley's in the kitchens. He went back to get more to eat. Professor Longfellow's in the library, as well as Vesper. Butler's walking around the keep tidying up. El Noah was over near Morgan Freeman, touching her armor to infuse it with magic.
Vesper, you read too. You like books.
I do. I do like to gain knowledge and learn all that I can.
Oh, me too. That's everything I like.
Oh, well, what have you learned of this place?
Well, unfortunately, the only book that I've finished so far was just this. Let me figure out what this book was, because I don't remember. The Unearthed Observations on Sleight of Hand. It's a boring fiction book, but I'll let you know. We could share books. Did you find any good books? I looked around a couple times, and I took all the ones I liked already.
I did look only briefly until I came upon this one. And she's going to hold out her book.
Oh, I'll read the title in Draconic. Go off.
So you hear Longfellow speak in the words that you've been studying for the past 4 hours.
She's going to take it back and say, I have no idea what you've said.
Oh, if you read that book a few times, you'll probably learn.
That is... Oh, my voice just cracked.
Wait, did your voice crack or did Vesper's voice crack?
No, my voice cracked. I've been losing my voice weirdly for like 2 weeks. That is often the point of books, is to learn.
Right, but that one's going to teach you a whole language.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to start my next book now, because it doesn't seem like we're doing a whole lot. Are we doing anything today? Did we make plans?
I do not know. I shall go and ask the sheriff.
All right. I'm going to start reading another book. Let me know if you're leaving.
I I just told you that I would leave to find the ship.
No. Like if we're all leaving, like we're going on. Oh, another adventure. Yo-do-do.
I will let you know if we yo-da-do.
Thank you.
And Vesper 100% thinks that's like a thing on this plane, like that is a phrase, and she's trying to fit in.
Yes.
Thank you for marking the place in my book. That was very nice of you.
You are welcome.
Cool. And
All right.
I'm starting the next book because it seems super cool.
All right.
So Vesper is going to go up, find the sheriff, and say, Sheriff, what is the plan? Are we soon to yo-da-do?
I do what bless you.
Are we soon?
I think she gets crazier every day, kids. Yeah, honestly, I really don't know. It may be a worm.
Bardley's going to see you guys gathered and walk over to. Where did Bardley go? What?
Oh, he's in the
he
kitchen.
was in the kitchen. Yeah.
Does this not mean to go on an adventure, an errand, a journey?
No. I think you made that one up there, mate. That's not a real thing.
That is what Professor Longfellow said.
He is
Yes,
smart.
if we were going
He is
to
smart.
yo-da-do.
Maybe that is. Maybe it is. Maybe in those kind of smart circles, in the kind of circles that I'm in, they lock you up in a padded room if you say that too many times, though.
Oh. At least it is comfortable.
It probably is. They give you a tight jacket.
So,
Oh, look at this kid over here. Hey, kid. If the dog showed himself to you, you must have needed some help. What'd you need?
Oh, well, yeah, we did need help with the raiders, but you guys did that. We can finally return home.
That was it?
The dog didn't talk to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the eye thing again.
oh,
Yeah, no, you're good. Okay.
yeah, but he was heading south, and I'm kind of scared for him because that's what I heard the governor say was that the raiders were heading south.
All right. Hey, governor.
You see at this point, the governor and Escobar were on their way to the kitchen, and they stop and they say, "Oh, yes. Oh, I'm glad to see you guys are up and rested, and everybody looks like they're doing okay. What? I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for everything that you've done."
You're very welcome.
Great. So awesome.
Well, you said you had some treasuries you were looking into for us, and we need to get that payment there for services rendered, and then I can head on south.
So you're headed south?
South it is. That's where the dog went.
Well, if you are headed south and you could give me some time, I would ask you another favor. In return, I could pay you all 250 gold each. I'm sorry, is your tea going off?
There was a tea's ready.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, okay. Well, so the raiders, they're headed south, and they've taken a lot from us. We do have enough in our treasury to pay you each 250 gold, but we would like it if you could, I don't know, head down and see if they're set up camp somewhere. Maybe get some of the treasure back. If they've taken any people, maybe free them. Just some general reconnaissance and infiltration kind of stuff.
Yeah, what you got to help us out with that?
Well, if you need new weapons or armor, you can head down to the armory and they'll outfit you. We can send you with a week's supply of food. We can certainly find some more healing potions for you. I know that was something that you definitely needed, and all we had were wet bandages. Speaking of, we do have a stockpile of wet bandages if you do need them.
Yeah, I heard the Bramble dudes need some of those wet bandages, but
No, they
yeah, we'll
don't.
take you up on the.
They absolutely do not.
I will
We'll take you up on the armor and weapons and all the rest of that.
Certainly, I can't say that the armory is going to have, anything outlandish. But if you do want to change what you're wielding, or we might possibly have some better armor than you currently have. It really depends. So you'll have to talk to our armorer, and you're going to laugh, but his name is Butch. I'm not kidding. His name is Butch.
Oh, Butcher's a good man.
All right, then, Migs. Let's see if we can gather all up this crazy and head it on down south.
Yeah, and if you return here, we'll pay you, and certainly gear up. Go talk to the kitchens, get supplied out, and then when you're ready to leave, just let me know.
Did the cook have an interesting story?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was typing that. So the cook did not have an interesting story. His family has lived in Greenest since its inception. So the family, it's not a family business, but it is a family career where they work in the kitchens.
Of the keep?
Of the keep, yeah. So it's a long line of cooks for the keep.
Oh, so you probably see lots of interesting things come through the keep. What is the most interesting thing you have seen?
You guys. Honest to God, you guys, a group of strangers banding together to save Greenest from a attacking dragon? That's insane. How do you not think that's insane?
I mean, it is good story, but I need others. I can't just have my own.
Well, there was this one time where your friend Ulysses and his friends smeared poop on the side of the castle walls.
Oh, that is not interesting. That is...
What the shit?
I'm sorry, he doesn't say that. I just thought it'd be funny. No, he says, other than that, Greenest is a relatively peaceful place and not a lot interesting happens.
Until you got attacked by dragon. Got it. So why do you think dragon attacked your town if it is so uninteresting?
Probably because we didn't defend it really well.
Oh, so you should work on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna stuff the rest of my hamburger in my mouth and walk out of the kitchen
Oh.
and like mumble a goodbye.
Okay, goodbye, Clip.
So I'm gonna come walking out with a mouthful of raw hamburger. Oh, hello. I say around a mouthful of hamburger. What are we all doing? Don't just stare at the
We are going to you to do.
What language is that?
I am not sure. Professor Longfellow taught it to me.
I'm gonna guess that that's spelling. Is this going to be another interesting story?
Unlikely. He just asked me to find out from the sheriff if we were going anywhere, continuing our adventure, or you to doing.
Okay, and by sheriff you mean the robot.
That is correct.
Yeah, we're gonna go south, smash some eggs, find my dog,
Oh, the dragon egg.
rescue some people. The usual.
We could also keep the eggs. I'm sure they are interesting. No?
Gotta smash them. I like my eggs scrambled.
Okay, we will not keep the eggs. Got it. Robot. You never did tell me where you are from. Are you from the south? Is that why we are going south?
We are from the Tabaxi lands.
Robot, you are not from the backseat lands. You are not the backseat. We do not have metal.
This is my fur. It is hard fur.
No. No, and that's not
Shiny-
even how you
yes.
pronounce the F sound.
Fur.
No. Yeah.
Say
It
it
is
for
fur.
me.
Fur.
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 No,
Yes,
don't
see,
start
my
to
fur.
talk. No, don't use the way I talk. No.
Yes. Fiat Tabaxi.
Oh, I cannot talk to you.
Yeah, so
anymore.
we're gonna go down. We're gonna head south. We're gonna really fuck these guys up. Is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna kill some cultists. 250 gold.
Oh, didn't mean to ping. And hearing this, I am gonna go tell Longfellow, we are preparing to leave.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll grab my books and follow along. I knew we would be, eventually.
All right.
I hear we're going somewhere, we're doing something.
To the armorer. We're gonna go meet, and the mayor forgives you if you don't laugh, but Butch?
Butch. I mean, sure. What that?
Yeah, I felt the same. Let's go meet him.
Are we sure we don't want to stay in the nice, warm castle with the wonderful food?
No.
I'm pretty sure they'll eventually
No dogs.
make us leave.
I
There's no
have
dogs allowed.
I have looked for interesting stories in this keep, and I have not found any. The robot is annoying me. Vesper keeps saying words that are not language. We must go somewhere.
All right, well, after breakfast, surely. And I'll go get breakfast.
Oh, I just ate. They have raw beef.
All right. That sounds very Russian. I'll...
All right, so are you guys heading down to the armory? I don't have a map for the armory, so it's just going to be a little bit of theater of the mind if you do.
I mean,
Yep.
I'll follow
Can
anyone
I-
down there.
I'll bring my breakfast, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go.
All right, so you guys go down to the armory, and it's like a blacksmith shop with Butch standing behind the counter. He is a very tall dwarf, but very stout as well, with a large black beard, but no hair on his head. And he is currently at the anvil, beaten down on a sword.
I feel like I'm going to waste my time, but... Hello, sir.
Yes?
So your name is Butch?
Yes, I am Butch the Armorer. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I am Kalip. Where do you come from?
Greenest. That's where I live. That's where I work. That's where I'm from.
Clip is gonna like throw his pen.
Okay. Seems like a bit of an overreaction. What can I do for you?
I don't need anything, and I'm gonna storm out of the armory.
Okay, so glad you came to visit then. What about you guys?
What do
Oh,
you
they didn't
have?
tell me.
Well, I've got swords, I've got shields, I've got axes, I've got hammers.
Do you have any
bows.
books?
I do have a book, but I'm currently
Ooh.
reading it. It's mine though. It's not for sale.
Which book?
It's a love story. He seems very very embarrassed having.
I
even brought
love
up
love
his book.
stories.
And
Is it romantic?
He's
Comedy?
gonna hold up the book, and it's definitely not Akatar. It's but there is a picture of a fairy being held by like a muscly half elf, and like one of those like I guess girl porn books.
Like definitely like your mom tried to hide them romance books.
Exactly right. Like the one talking about like throbbing members and things like that.
Oh, I've read that one.
Yeah, it's called Fairies of Fire, and and he's going to go. Oh, you don't spoil it for me then.
Oh, I won't. The second and third one are way better, so it's a great series.
Oh, I'm going. I have those ones on order, but it's coming from the Amazon, so it's going to take a while.
Ah, well, enjoy.
You guys,
Any? Do you have anything to help a spellcaster? I mean, I don't really know what you'd have, but
Maybe 2 of them.
I have a couple of quarterstaffs. I'm not sure I have an 8th staff for you though, and he's going to laugh at his halfling joke.
Heyo.
but
I'll take a sweet quarterstaff.
Yeah, okay. So
well, it's good to see you, Butch. How you doing?
I'm good, Ulysses. How's your dad?
Well, he's good.
I was really worried seeing him out there like that. You know, he's definitely not what you would call a brave man, but he definitely put on a brave face, not crying and yelling out while he was held captive.
Oh, he cried last night.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he did.
God, that man would not stop crying.
Well, as long as he's safe. But yeah, here's a quarterstaff for you, and it's a regular quarterstaff, but it looks almost brand new. So if you already have a quarterstaff, you can replace it with that one.
Yep.
It's but we'll say since it is new, you can add +1 to it, but only to attack rolls, not to the damage.
Do you have another quarterstaff?
I do. Here you go.
Oh, wonderful.
You got any light armor better than this leather armor?
What kind of leather armor do you have?
Just regular leather armor.
Just regular leather armor? Let's see. I think he's going to look through his he's got a rack of different armors behind him. He's going to look through and he's going to hold out one studded leather armor, and he's going to say, "Why don't you try that on? See how old Butch does for you in this." So and studded leather armor is it's going to be 12 plus your dex instead of 11 plus your dex.
Sweet. I'll take that.
Got anything better than the shield?
That fits right nice.
And what kind of shield do you have, Elnoa?
Just like a basic little round, small, like wooden shield.
It is.
'Cause
So it's wooden.
yeah, yeah.
All right. He goes, well, I may have to cut this one down to size for you, but try out this metal one. It's a little bit better than that dinky little wooden shield you've got. And so a metal shield will give you +2 instead of the +1 a wooden shield provides.
So just go up one then on the armor.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I'll make sure.
But but since you do spell casting, remember that's only while you have the shield equipped and out. So if you're fighting,
but I have to use my tinker weapon or tools to cast my spells. So it's only like a small tinker weapon. That's literally my spell casting is I use a tinker's weapon.
I'll have to look at your character sheets because I just don't understand, so I'll have to read it to understand it a little bit better. But he is going to hand you a metal shield. It looks like what he did was take a piece of metal and attach a handle to it that is about your size.
Okay, I'll take it and I say appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for saving the city. Anybody else?
do you have any cloaks, capes, anything not made of armor?
I do. Give me a moment while I take a look.
Stuff for the clothy, please.
I am going to.
Master has given Dobby a suck.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna keep my old quarterstaff so I could use it as trade to Butler in the future. Because
Okay.
I think I would remember to keep anything I can because this guy is ridiculous and won't let me have anything I need without the stupidest of trades.
All right, so Butch is going to hold out a solid black cloak to Vesper, and he goes, all right, well, since you did go face the dragon on your own, here is a cloak of protection.
Ooh.
So, and I'm going to link the cloak of protection to you. It's going to give you a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while you're wearing the cloak.
Oh, it's on. Hell yeah.
Dang.
You got any more of those?
This is for me.
Unfortunately not. That was one of the few things that was able to be salvaged from the town, but it was a rarity, and I don't have a feeling our guards are going to get as much use out of it as you all will. And then Bardley's going to step forward. I don't know what Bardley wears or uses.
Bards are light.
Surely leather. He seems like a leather guy.
It says
Well, yeah,
light.
but-
Is leather light armor? It is. So yeah. So Bardley is going to. And can somebody just put this in the notes to remind him next time that Butch gave him studded leather armor as well?
Oh yeah, I've been putting what everybody got. All of now.
Perfect.
A pair of studded leather assless chaps for Bardley.
Actually,
And also make sure that you put in there he is super stoked about having those.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And so Bardley will get a pair of studded assless chaps. I hope that. No, not really. Well, he might actually like it.
He will.
Something tells me.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you guys? I'm sorry I upset your cat.
Yeah, I want to trade these bolts out for arrows. I want to trade him 20 crossbow bolts for 20 arrows.
All right, and he is going to absolutely trade you out for arrows. All right, here you go.
Awesome.
Does your cat not need anything? I would hate for them to go out into battle with improper gear.
Do you have any arrows that might be special? He's rather attached to his bow and has a spare, but he is using arrows quite often.
I do have a few special arrows. Give me 1 second. Yes, I'm looking around there. Oh, here. Vesper, since you're doing the asking, roll 5 D100s. All right, so 30.
251.
I'm just going to. Oh, I was going by item number.
Yeah, well, there's
That's
two,
it.
like, 51s.
Oh, there's 2 51s? There it is. Okay. But that's fine because that's what he'll get. So a sucker punch arrow, and I'm just going to link these in the chat. So you get 1 sucker punch arrow, and I'll write down stats and everything for it as you guys use them. 47.
Incredibly non-lethal.
It's just a punch.
A smoke screen arrow.
Cliff
96.
is just going to use that so they're shadow. Not even going to use it
shadow
for a
one.
good time.
96.
Just, I am shadow.
This is a blurry arrow. It's going to blur the vision of the target for 1d20 minutes. 1d20 minutes, sorry.
So what if we just poke
Gives him
people
like
with this
disadvantage
stuff?
on everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just sneak up on people, stab them in the butt with an arrow real quick. Don't even have to use it.
Lay down a green arrow and then shoot a blurry vision one.
Okay, so, and then you have 2 of these. These are navigator arrows. All right, so, but the rules for the arrows, I did want to explain before you guys got the idea that you could just go around stabbing people with them, because I
already said it, so it's canon.
And it's definitely not. As soon as the arrow is used, whether it be by stabbing or shooting, it loses its magic.
But it's still a regular arrow, right?
So the sucker punch arrow is not. It will deal more damage than a regular arrow, but it is all non-lethal. So you can't ever reduce a target to 0 hit points with that one.
Even if you shoot him in the face?
Right.
How is that possible to be non-lethal? I'm pretty sure this happened to me last week.
But you didn't have the sucker punch arrow.
Yeah, you just had a regular.
And I said non-lethal.
You non-lethally set someone on fire.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That's not the rules were. You just say non-lethal.
The rule is I'm God.
Technically, non-lethal damage can only be done in melee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why the sucker punch arrow is magical.
Yeah. Normally it's like you gotta knock them out. Like if you had like a dagger or a quarterstaff or something like that, you just bah.
With a blunt end of an axe.
Yeah, everything else will do regular arrow damage, just with their added abilities.
Oh, so the navigator arrow, if your target is a person,
it will hit them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so the range on that, and it will, if you don't know where the target is and you shoot it, it will find your target. All right, so Butch hands Vesper these arrows and says, okay, well, just I've attached a scroll to each one of these arrows, so if you forget what they are, you can read about it, and it will remind you which each one does. Just be careful with some of these.
It for sure does. It definitely has like one of those big boxing gloves.
Mm-hmm. On a spring.
Yep. Like the spring comes out right before it hits. Yeah. 100%.
All right, is there anything else I can do for you guys?
Nope.
I'm good.
Perfect.
I really appreciate it, Butch.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to finish up this sword and get back to my book. It's getting to a steamy part.
Enjoy.
I will. Thank you. And if I finish it by the time you come back, you can have this one if you want.
Oh, I've already read it. I'll be all right.
Okay.
I go.
I've read it.
Vesper needs to read it, though.
I do enjoy reading.
But
That's a fiction book, Vesper. So you might not be too interested.
Jasper.
Sir, and she's going to look at Butch. Does the book involve any kind of fear or pain?
Well, there's a fear of missing out on one's true love, and there's pain in the heartbreak that comes from losing one's love. So yes, there is fear and pain, but in a different sort of way.
These are ways that I am not familiar with yet, Professor, and I would like to learn.
Oh, well. Here, take my copy. I'll take it out of my book bag. Here you go.
All right.
On the front is a very chest-heavy fairy in very revealing clothing, wrapped up with a shirtless half-elf. And it looks like they're in the middle of the forest, and the moon is like big and bright in the night sky. It is definitely one of those books that your mom hid, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Some high-class smut.
Yeah, high-class smut all the way.
Beautiful.
And how worn is your copy, Professor Longfellow?
I'd probably take care of my books. It's probably pretty nice.
Okay.
How creased is
Well,
that?
you
Yeah.
respond.
There might be some like tabs that are marking specific sections. The copy is probably pristine.
Is this actually possible?
What?
Oh, like that's your notes next to some of those scenes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh wait, has Longfellow? No, you know what? I'll ask later. I want to know if he's ever had a romantic partner, but we'll find out later. I'll find a way to ask in game.
That book.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, friends. Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, and I really hope that that I was able to outfit you well. Safe travels, and again, if you return this way, come by and see me.
righto. We're off to adventure.
All right.
Butler, where were we going? Oh, he's gone. Perfect.
South.
Oh, there he is.
Kill the cultists. Smash the eggs. Save the people. Yada yada. Rescue the supplies.
Oh. Okay. Rescue supplies. Sure. All right. Well, lead the way.
As you guys, are you guys leaving the keep?
Yeah.
As we leave, can I pass Darren a book I have?
Yes. So Darren's going to say, "Are you leaving again?"
I am. I must go and find more memories for our queen, just as you must do on your journey. Here, take this so that you may learn. And I have a chapbook of esoteric symbols that I'm going to say is related to Raven Queeniness.
Okay, I'll read this with Jocelyn.
Wonderful. And then set out on your own adventure. We will find each other again one day.
Absolutely, I will. I'll pray to the queen that she keeps you safe.
As I will for you. And then
All
she's going to hand over the heart, slight bow, walk away.
Darren's going to do that as well. And then as you guys are starting to head towards the door, Clip, you almost trip over a young man that is hobbling up to you guys, trying to catch you before you leave. A young man walks up to you, limping heavily on his bandaged left leg, and he says, "I hear that you intend to follow the raiders and see where they've gone. I'd like nothing better than to come with you, but in this condition, I'd slow you down more than I'd actually help."
Oh, what happened to your foot, little man?
Well, in the midst of all this tragedy, there's no reason you would have heard about the fate of my master, Leosin Erlenthar. But it's important you know, he's a monk from Burdusk. He disappeared last night after we fought a particularly savage battle against the raiders, and that's what happened to my foot. During the battle, a few others and I fought our way to the keep, but just barely. Leosin didn't make it all the way. We went back this morning to look for him, but he wasn't there. All we found is this broken staff and his choker that he wore all the time. And he's gonna...
Can I have that joker?
Yeah, and take the staff as well. I know you're heading down to the Raiders camp, and I was just hoping you might be able to find him and bring him back to us.
Yes, and also, what is joker?
Choker, it's a necklace kind of thing. It goes around your neck.
Oh, so why didn't you just say necklace?
Because it's a choker.
Okay.
It's like a collar.
Yeah, it's like a collar.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm gonna just drop that in my bag. Thank you. So you talked a little fast for me. I was trying to take notes. So you guys fought some raiders last night.
Leosin, my master, has actually been investigating these raiders for months. I fear that he might have tried to infiltrate their group, and when they retreated, he just joined up with them, or even worse, he may have been captured by them and taken to their camp. No one understands these bandits better than he does, and his knowledge will be invaluable against them. When you do find their camp, please look for any sign if he's there and just let us know. one of my brothers already departed for dusk to bring back more monks from our order. But it'll be many days before they help. Anything you can do would be a godsend.
Okay, and what does he look like so I know who he is?
Well, he's a half elf.
Half elf?
He wasn't in the best of shape when the raiders attacked, and I'm afraid he might be even worse now. So he probably is, fairly skinny. He's got brown hair and a brown beard, and
and okay, so why why somebody who doesn't work out decide to fight the raiders?
that it's not that he doesn't work out.
Oh, he said he was not in the best of shape, so
I meant like health wise, like he was feeling pretty sick, but I mean.
okay, so sick, half elf, skinny with brown hair and beard,
Yes.
and likes to wear collars.
Yes. What
Okay.
a strange way to phrase that.
Anything to identify him. And what is your name? And why haven't you been around? I've been trying to look for interesting stories like for hours.
My name is Nessam Waldra, and I've been in the infirmary.
So I should have gone to look at the infirmary for interesting stories. I will note that down for next keep I go to.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
But in any case, the governor noticed that you guys didn't stop by the infirmary to get healing potions, so he asked me to bring you as much as I could. So here's 10 healing potions.
Oh, I thank you, and I'm going to put them in my bag.
All right.
Oh, we see this conversation, right?
Yes, yeah. He's talking to you, Wall. He's just in front of Clip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clip, could I get one of those?
Yeah. I will give you one when you need it, I guess. I can hang on to them.
Right, but you're usually up front, and I'm usually not up front. So if you go down and you have all the healing potions,
But
then-
I am never up front. I am shadow. I shoot from trees and shadows.
all right.
Which
brought-
always isn't necessarily the best place for the healing potions to be if we're not in the shadows
That
with you
is
there,
good.
mate.
That is good point, robot. Here, you can have one if you stop talking to Baxi.
Is Clip holding a healing
Yes.
potion?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna slide a hand him that healing potion for the 20 arrows I'm holding. For 10 of the 20 arrows I'm holding.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you're gonna try to take the potion and put the arrows in my
Oh,
hand
yeah.
the whole time?
All right. We'll do opposing sleight of hands for that, just to see, because you're doing it right in front of him. So, but he does do it. Like before you can move your hand, you find your hand is full of arrows.
Oh, well, you could have said you had arrows, but also stop
Wait.
talking to Baxi.
I also have arrows, and I pull out the arrows from Butch that I never gave to him.
Oh, Vesper, that is nice cloak. It is almost like you have black fur.
It reminds me of my Raven Queen's cloak, and for that I am eternally grateful. But the armorer did give me these arrows that I specifically asked for you. I would be willing to give you 5 arrows for 5 healing potions.
So you see, Clip gets a little bit bashful when he finds out that Vesper got something for him. He's like, "Oh, I appreciate that, Vesper. Of course. You do seem to be the one that needs healing most. So I will give these 5 to you."
And then Vesper is going to give 2 to Elnoa, and then as she does, she's going to say, "These are so you can heal me later."
But what if somebody else needs it?
Consult me first.
Consult me first.
She's going to give 1 to Longfellow because now they're book buddies.
Thank you.
She is going to give one to Ulysses because she feels kind of bonded because she saved his family. And then
Thank you.
the other to Butler.
Bartley's gonna.
Because Vesper also never gave back the healing potions everyone gave her earlier. They're still in her pack.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bardley's gonna. Did Bardley give you one?
I don't know.
I thought
Is that in the notes? Who gave them?
I don't. I think I just put that we all did because I think everyone that had one gave them to you. So we had 5. I think
I had
from
5
earlier.
total.
We had 5 from earlier, so I think everybody gave you theirs.
So Bardley's just going to say, "Hey, can I have one?"
Clip, may I have one more?
Yes, Vesper, of course. And I'm gonna like hand one over, but I also kind of want to like try to touch her cloak. Just really lightly. I just want to see what it feels like.
I allow it. Because I want her to revel in something that is similar to the Raven Queen.
Is the cloak like fur or is it like velvet? Like what is the cloak made out of?
The cloak is made out of linen.
So it's like regular clothes.
Yeah.
Not fur.
And then I will give that one to Bardley.
Thank you.
Oh shit! I gotta go take down my.
All right, and the monk is going to limp off and say, thank you guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna go heal."
Goodbye, only person who had anything interesting to say.
As he limps away, Vesper's definitely going to take note of that wincing and the limping.
Perfect. Well then, at that point, are you guys now leaving the keep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we are going to say that is the session for tonight.
And
good night.
Oh, yeah.
This seems like a milestone to me.
This seems like a milestone.
This seems like a milestone.
Does it seem like a
We
milestone?
saved a family.
We saved it. What's that? We saved a
I
town.
rode a dragon. I fought a half dragon. I am growing my cult.
And yes, you guys do level up to level 30.
Yeah. How much XP? What's level 3 XP?
Is it 900?
I think it's 900. Let me look.
Yeah, it is.
I looked it up earlier, but
Tell me you play D&D
I'll do that leveling up.
without telling me you play D&D too much.
Now
Yeah.
I gotta actually pick the subclass.
so yes, you guys do level up.
Yeah.
And next time you will be on the road south towards the camp. So thank you everybody that joined in and watched us, and
Does that not work?
like, share, follow. Right? Is that the things you say?
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. I was close. All right. And I am going to end the stream now.
Or, I don't know. People say different stuff.
Right?
I don't know. If you like what we do, just keep doing what you do.